Welcome back, everybody, to the Homonymous podcast. This is the 17th episode. My name is Alex Neill, joined alongside
Ethan Weldon.
Ethan, my man. How are you doing today?
We're back at it. We got a video set up this time.
Right. We have a video.
Whoa.
Hello.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So, what's been going on with you, man? Like, how you what have you been doing since this past week?
A lot of school.
Yeah. Isn't that so dumb? We have school tomorrow on Labor Day.
Yeah, I guess I don't really think about it like that.
So freaking dumb. Like, I have to go to class at 9 a.m. on Labor Day.
You do?
Yeah. So it's like so freaking stupid.
Like defeats the point, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So we have some very special guests with us today.
We do.
Guys, introduce yourselves.
All right. I'm Jarrett Michie. I'm from Apple Valley, Minnesota.
All right.
And I'm Connor Clark. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago,
Illinois.
So guys, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm pissed. We have school tomorrow. I have to go to that 9 a.m. class with Alex.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Start
yeah.
tomorrow with Alex.
That's
actually,
unfortunate.
What
'cause
class is that?
I do not have to go to that 9 a.m.
That is
class.
design thinking with Chris Marich.
Yeah.
Wait, do I have to go to that? I might have to
I
go
don't
to that.
No, well, it's every other week. Did you go with me last week?
No, you're online this week.
Yeah, you're online because
yes.
it's
Yes.
me, Quinn, and Alex tomorrow actually.
Yeah.
So.
So we go
I knew
a
that.
week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
I knew that.
So
Right?
maybe. Who knows? Right?
Well, today we're joined by two fellow podcasters.
Fellow
actually.
podcasters.
Heck yeah.
That's right.
What is the name of your guys' podcast?
Husker Sports Weekly.
I'm gonna let Connor talk about it more because he's the
He's like the host.
showman. He's
Yeah.
the showman of the
I
show.
got you. All right. So tell us what's about. What do you do? What do you talk about? Stuff like that.
I mean, we cover Husker sports. We cover Big Ten. We do a lot of news about the university too, just as it comes out, especially now because there's a lot more than there normally would be.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, we've been covering multiple schedule changes for football. Obviously, now that football's non-existent, I mean, that doesn't
painful
help.
ones.
So it's you got to come up with creative
Yeah.
storylines for episodes. But yeah, I mean, we've been doing that. We've done a little bit of basketball coverage too, just kind of recapping the last season because we started this in early April.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Yeah,
So
we've had this for quite some time actually.
and it was, how did you guys actually
let me
like
get into this
explain how it started
Yeah.
too, because
Right.
you guys didn't meet each other when you
We
started
didn't,
it. You hadn't
actually,
even
so-
met in person.
It was actually Connor who put a Facebook post out in our UNL 24 group chat and was like,
I need
"Hey,"
to join that. I'm not in that one yet.
he was like, "Hey, looking to start a podcast," and I was one of the first ones to swipe up, so he and I kind of had that going. We actually have two other hosts, including Quinn and Narin. And
Hey, Alex, you want to check your emails?
I don't even know what that is. I hope it's quit. I don't
Dude, it's
know.
Oh
probably
my
Canvas.
lord!
And it was on
Canvas.
Do Not Disturb. Oh well. Go ahead. Continue.
no, but basically, honestly, it kind of came to it. Luckily, I mean, that's how we became roommates.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say luckily, but he's kind of reluctant about still being my roommate.
That is not, as much as I make fun of you for it, that's not true.
No, I know, but yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
at
it
least
was,
you have a roommate.
That-
No, dude, they threatened to move somebody in.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
So
I got
have
an
you-
email that
yeah.
said that like since I don't have anybody, they're either going to start charging me for a double room. So like I would have to pay for myself and Max's old room,
Like,
or
it makes any
I have to
difference.
go and talk to the RD about moving it to a single or keeping it my same rate and maybe have somebody move in here. Like what was that guy's name you were trying to tell him? to
Oh,
move
Chuck?
Oh yeah,
In?
Chuck.
No, not Chuck. It was
It was
like
a different
Brandon or something.
Yeah, no, Brandon Vale. He goes by
Oh.
Chuck. His middle name is
Yeah,
Charles.
yeah.
Or something.
We
so-
call him Chuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he sent me and a bunch of guys and Abel like an email saying, "Hey, you should let me move in."
Yeah,
I didn't
he-
respond. I'm gonna say no because like, he's from East Side and there's a lot of COVID stuff going on there.
Oh, 100%.
And that,
Oh,
that
really?
worries me a little
That's
bit.
fair.
Well, no, he's not East Side. He's East Campus.
Oh, he's on East Campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the suites are
Oh.
COVID crazy right
Yeah.
now. They have
But
their whole
I'm
third floor.
still-
Is the suites the stuff next to the volleyball court?
Yeah.
out there?
Yes.
Ooh.
The basketball courts that
That's
we
where the setter is.
Oh, yeah. We
Inside
gotta mention
joke.
like every podcast.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, he sent me an email. And I was like, come on. We already got all this stuff set up. They're going
Yes.
to charge me
Right.
$50 if anything is on that side of the door. I have an entertainment center with a TV. I have a fridge full of crap.
Like,
I'm going to
where-
get fined if he comes in and there's stuff there.
I told you, like, if you, that's so stupid because that's how it works with this amount of space.
Yeah.
You have
I
to
mean, that's the
accommodate.
standard
Like,
set.
Yeah,
setup.
and if your roommate chose not, I mean, like I don't really know what happened. I don't think. we
Well, he
talked.
moved out because it was cheaper. And I
Okay.
completely agree. Like, I'm glad he did it because
Oh.
it's cheaper for him, and that makes me happy that my friend is not paying as much for college.
Oh, 100%. And also, I mean, being sports media majors, we want to get our word out there. And now you
Yeah.
have this sick setup inside this room. And
Yeah.
you also, I mean, I don't know why you would get fined $50 just to move stuff.
Like, how does that work too? Does the roommate that you're newly,
Maybe.
like,
I'm not
working
gonna have it. But
but hypothetically, let's say your new roommate comes in, he's like, "There's some stuff on my side of the room."
well, it's
I'm
whenever
telling.
the RDs come in and help him move in. Because the RD and the RAs will come in if they see anything.
RD, is that room director?
Residence director.
Oh.
Okay.
I forget his name.
Okay.
He's a nice guy.
Very nice. I've actually met him too. Very,
Yeah.
very nice guy.
I need to go talk to him.
So what you got to do
So-
is just put your TV and fridge on your bed, and you'll just sleep
Yeah.
on the floor.
It's fine.
If that sounds good.
It's fine.
Because
wanna
I know
get-
they talked about doing something like, because a lot of people that only have one roommate, like the RAs on our floor, they'll like double bunk, so they'll have like
Yeah.
2 beds next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what they don't want us to do.
I mean,
That's my guess.
I guess like why if it like financially does it affect them that much to have one unused room because those people are moving
That's
out
what I'm
anyways.
Oh,
You know,
100% with
there's
everything.
not. Yeah.
With everything going on, people are leaving anyway.
Like I can literally, there's more. Like I can name more people that have one roommate than.
Oh
like,
God,
my
I got a buddy.
fingers on my
I,
hands.
I have a buddy upstairs who has a medical condition and couldn't move in,
Yeah.
and they're not saying. I haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah. Like
I
I
mean, that's
knew
the thing.
I met Max and Max showed me the guy that was in 420. He was in a super double by himself in
A super double?
420.
of all the rooms,
Of all the
to
rooms,
get.
420.
It's comedy gold.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's perfect.
And,
Yeah.
But he moved out.
Then
He's
he-
actually living in the house with Max. Like they're only
Okay.
paying $250 per month for rent.
Oh,
Which
wow.
is
That's
honestly
great.
a
That's
slap.
incredible.
That's a slap in the face to me, and you'll know why. Because Jordan and I, my roommate, who was on the last podcast, he and I tried to get a super double instant. Like we were on the dot, ready when it opened, and signed up to get a double.
I'm sorry.
And you,
Yeah, I do.
sorry.
you
apologize,
too.
dude.
I didn't mean it.
Is that middle room also a super double?
It is. Okay, so
Oh,
the
I
one
only
sad
thought it
part
was the
about it
corners.
is
It's-
so the corners have it, but the corners are a little
Slightly
bit
bigger.
bigger.
Who
Slightly.
cares?
Honestly, dude, we have a super double. It's like living in a suite. It's
awesome.
totally. And Ethan, I'm just saying this to bother you.
Ethan,
right?
you're welcome over anytime.
Ethan, you have been
okay?
over any time. Man.
Yeah, didn't go so well.
Okay.
You don't need to dive
But,
into that one. Right now.
But explain because you signed up 3 days before it closed and you got it.
yeah, we signed up very,
Yeah.
very late.
I was like, oh,
he
that's
he
cool.
he texted me about it one day, and I was like, oh right, yeah, we should probably do this.
oh God, yeah. I mean,
But-
it was so late.
Well,
Yeah.
the fact that we only have 6 people in our original learning community, which was the press box one. I
Yeah.
think that
I
might
thought
have
it was
No, we
four.
have 4.
It's
No, yeah,
four.
we have
It's
4.
only
We
4?
have Cameron and Ari on the right side,
Yeah.
and then we have us. Sean
Sean-
and Cole
no, they're
aren't even
not.
in the learning
no,
community.
because Sean's not he's not
He's a
in
not
business
in
major.
agency.
Yeah. he's a business
I don't
major.
get how that works.
So that's why we didn't get them, because our learning community doesn't have any super doubles.
But
Like
that
our
doesn't-
learning,
'cause-
our learning community stops after those first
So,
super doubles down
kind
there.
of what I'm thinking
Yeah.
is they split up the hall. They have the girls super doubles on that end.
Yeah.
They have the boys super doubles on our end.
Mhm.
And so basically what they did is they did the learning communities first. So the two of us that got it, or the 2 rooms, I'd guess, they got the super double right away.
Mhm.
And then for the learning community, and somehow Sean and Cole like pulled one out of their butt and said, "Hey, we got the super double." I don't understand how you
they
guys
must have
didn't
done
do
it
though.
like right when you and Jordan did.
yeah,
probably
something happened, but we were just.
I don't understand just because that these guys are sports media majors and Sean is a business major. That's the only
Well,
weird part about that, I'd say.
I don't understand, but
Yeah.
I
Joke's
think
on you though. We still got the
the
super
biggest slap in the face was that Zach, the guy in room
420,
420, got a super double to himself.
To himself,
and
yeah.
that wasn't good
Yeah.
enough.
And yet
No.
he still moved out.
Uh-uh.
He moved. I'm like, okay, never mind. I can't even.
that's a smack in the face.
Have you
Can't
seen
worry
that
about
episode
it
of
anymore.
Friends, right? Where like they're trying to make the whip noises,
Yes.
and he goes, "Oh, whoopah!"
Was that Ross?
No, it's Chandler.
Okay, man. My mom's gonna kill me if she listens to this. I've watched every single season of Friends with her twice.
Twice.
And
Twice.
you
It's
still
always
don't
on in our living
know?
room.
I haven't even watched the
The
full.
most
series.
prolific line is pivot
Oh yes.
when they're
Pivot.
moving the couch
My-
upstairs.
wait, what's your favorite episode?
Definitely the pivot episode or the one where they switch apartments.
That's a good one. My favorite episode is the one with Bruce Willis.
Friend sucks.
Or
Oh,
when
is that how it is?
Okay.
hey, that's fine. You have your own opinion.
Connor, yes.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm not a big fan.
He's like, I
hey,
disowned you years
Have you
ago.
seen? You've seen that one.
I've seen. I have.
That's my favorite episode when Bruce Willis comes in and like Ross is dating his daughter and he comes to their like summer house and he finds him in the room and he's like because he's dating Rachel. Bruce Willis is dating Rachel.
Yeah, Ross is
Right.
hiding under the bed.
And then he's like, "You're a love machine." Love machine. And he goes, that's my favorite episode. It's great.
Oh my god.
No, 100%.
So let's go back to your podcast.
Yeah.
we did veer a little bit off.
Yeah, we did veer a little bit.
fine,
So
though.
you talk about Husker sports. So is it just specifically Husker related or Big Ten? Like, would you talk about like Husker basketball, Husker volleyball,
Yes.
or is it like just Husker football, and then like NBA basketball? or
No,
something like
it would be all Husker sports. I mean,
Actually,
when
though,
it come to springtime, it would
Water
be
polo,
baseball.
gymnastics.
One of our most one of our
If
most
you-
Indoor
if you
track?
want- if
Come
you
on,
want it.
guys.
one of
If
our
you want
most
it.
recent episodes, there was nothing going on, but we were already off for 2 weeks, and we didn't
Yeah.
really get to record a podcast for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of just talking about college sports, because we did, I mean, we talked about what our thoughts on were COVID for 2 episodes, so we didn't really think, anything of it. We just went into NBA,
Yeah.
and it kind of just turned into the one where we just talked about anything we thought of NBA, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
actually one of the
Yeah.
most fun podcasts. But pointing on this too, how we recorded it was insane, and I give all the props to Connor.
Yeah, explain.
We were on,
Stop it.
We're in 4 different states: Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois.
So who
Minnesota.
are the 2 other guys again? I'm sorry.
Narin Narsiman, and then also Quinn. He's gonna kill me. I say Navarra, but
It's
there's a different way.
Navra.
Navra.
Quinn, I said his last
Now,
name
where
wrong
do
on
they
the
go to
podcast.
you want to know?
They do.
Yes.
They both live in Able. Quinn's out on 6, and then Narin.
No,
I
it's
have
on 8.
8.
Well, I
Okay.
thought Quinn was on 9.
Gotcha.
But so
Okay.
basically, what we did is Connor would send out a Zoom link every week, and we would all talk through the Zoom.
Mhm.
And I mean, knowing Zoom, there's a bunch of Wi-Fi issues already,
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
losing connection all the time.
And audio quality
Yeah,
too.
but on
sometimes.
top of that-
That was a big thing.
But on top of that, we would record voice memos, and Connor would take the voice memos and mesh them all together, and somehow produce a pretty decent podcast for how it is.
And
Hey,
how,
there you go.
Thanks,
how
buddy.
long were the episodes usually?
I mean, anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes, just kind of depending on what we were talking about.
Okay.
That
And, I
sounds
mean,
like a pain
See,
in the ass.
that's what I like.
I mean, it really wasn't though, because once you get a hang of it, I mean,
And if you're really into sports and that's what you love to do, then it doesn't feel like
no.
like last
I
time
mean-
we had an hour 17-minute conversation with 4 dudes in an 80-degree dorm room, and it felt like nothing. It was great. It was a
We're
good
making
time.
it work.
No, yeah, I mean, I would just have the 3 of them clap like how like a director would in a movie.
Yeah,
set,
so you could
just
match the audio.
and,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it wouldn't be perfect, but as long as they were within 1 to 2 seconds of each other, I mean,
Yeah.
it really
You could
wasn't a
match
big
it.
And
deal.
honestly, with everything going on too, if people didn't realize what we were doing,
Yeah.
I mean that's the part.
Because I didn't want a podcast with 4 people talking over a Zoom quality.
Oh,
microphone.
100%, man.
Be
That's
brutal.
I mean, that's something
Yeah.
to say too, though, that you still
we made it
wanted to
work.
do it, and that's good. That's
You had
that
the
shows a
initiative to
lot.
go out
Oh,
there and actually
100%.
create this thing.
And for, like,
especially-
and for Connor, was that your first podcast you've ever done or what?
No,
Okay.
I did a couple in high school.
And I mean for that too, the 3 of us, I believe it was our first podcast we've ever been on.
yeah.
And even that, let
a good
alone,
experience.
it's great. I mean, it was really good, especially over the summer too. I mean, it was once a week we'd record, and
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
With everything else going on,
Oh,
you probably
God.
didn't have too much else
Yeah.
to do.
Xbox and laying in bed.
especially in April and
Oh my god.
May and
Dude.
oh my.
See, I
Talk about a
started
sleep schedule.
March.
I started the Homonymous podcast back in January with my friend Alex,
Okay.
and we basically started this whole thing that, like, you know what the word a homonym is? It's 2 words that are spelled the same but mean different
Yes.
things. So my name is Alex.
I see what you did
His
there.
name is Alex, and we didn't want to call
I
like
like
the
that.
Alex and Alex show or the Alex and Alex experience.
Mike and Mike.
So we wanted to make it creative, and then since I moved away and I kind of took it with me,
I love that.
I've kind of come out with like more, not necessarily like it's just a name thing, like we have the same name. I'm trying to like push the notion that we're all the same. We're all human, you and me. We're all the same, but we're also all very unique
Oh,
in that way.
100%.
So even if it's not about sports, like last time we talked about movies for like 30 minutes.
Oh, and this
TV
is like the
shows.
dream podcast, just talking about
Just
stupid
talking
stuff.
about life.
honestly,
and that's what I'm trying to push, because before I came here, I was just so structured. Like, this was what we were going to talk about. And then we're going to go on from weird news. We're going to go on to sports. And then we're going to talk about Florida Man USA.
Really?
And it was bam, bam. It was so structured, and I wasn't enjoying it. So now that I have the chance to talk with more people and I can expand that, I am starting to enjoy it. So that's why
100%.
I'm you have a sports podcast, but don't, like, I'm just trying to push you, give you some advice. Branch out from just football. Like, find different people. If you have, since it is a Husker Weekly, find some like Husker players to
That'd be
Oh,
sick.
definitely.
like. Wandell is in our sports media class.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Yeah,
On
I
the
mean,
Zoom, he was super funny in that class. I'm
that's-
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what like I personally been doing the past couple of episodes. I've been trying to get guests on, just hearing their opinions about other
Yeah.
things. I mean, because you can only get the same opinion from the same
Yeah.
4 people so many
100%.
times.
Exactly.
When there's nothing happening.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, the
So-
coronavirus thing. We brought it up at least 3 times an episode.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing else to talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
it's
mean, all
tough.
sports are canceled. We're sitting at home, going to bed at 4, waking up at 12:30, doing absolutely nothing
Dude.
except Xbox and school for 2
Being
months.
stupid 18-year-olds.
Definitely. And
Can
I
we,
mean,
can we talk about that stage, like that month?
Oh my
'Cause
God.
I never talked to anyone about that really, except for like,
Oh,
it was
100%.
it was only a month and a half for you.
dude, if no, I mean like
They talk
just-
about. Oh, I think mine was the longest out of anybody because my town got hit by that tornado 2 weeks before
Oh,
quarantine.
right.
shit.
Yeah. So like I was out of work for 2 months.
That's right. I
and
forgot
then
about that.
and then my boss's house got hit, and then our warehouse got hit. So I was out from that, and then we had spring break the next week. So like my last day of school was March 3rd.
Oh,
Everybody
God.
else was like
See,
March 15th.
the lucky thing for me too is I went on spring break 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Oh snap!
so I still got to go out to the Bahamas, but the scary part was that Trump was closing the borders.
Mm-hmm.
So then
Ooh.
we're thinking, oh shit, what happens if we get stuck in the Bahamas?
yeah.
And
I had some friends that got stuck in Europe for like a
Same.
yeah,
week.
my mom is like freaking. I have some friends. I mean, I not friends, but I know of them at
Acquaintances.
home.
Yeah.
At home who got stuck in Europe as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the scary part, and we were lucky enough to be flying out the day of.
You close the
They
borders.
closed the borders at
Yeah.
5 p.m. We hopped on a
Dude,
flight.
that's
We hopped on a
crazy.
flight. We hopped on a flight at like 10:45 in the morning. Got home perfectly fine.
Jeez.
And the thing was too is we had a connecting flight from Atlanta to Minnesota. And so if he were to close down flights, at least we can actually drive from Atlanta back to Minnesota. And
Oh,
it wasn't
I've
like
done
some
that.
shit show from Bahamas to Minnesota.
Trust me, I've done that. Living in Nashville, driving up to Michigan, and driving to Nebraska. That was a tough drive.
Oh,
12 and a half
God.
hours was
I bet.
rough.
Oh, I was 5.5. I can't really complain. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, I thought 8 was bad, but apparently
See,
not.
everybody thinks it's not bad, but like everybody that lives in Nashville that are my friends that go to Disney World, it's the same distance to drive from Nashville to Disney World than it is to drive from here to
yeah.
Lincoln.
Isn't that
From
so
Nashville to Lincoln.
weird?
that is crazy.
Like in Texas, you could drive for 8 hours and still be in the state.
Yeah. Hey,
Like-
they do it big in Texas, is what I
You know,
hear, so.
and even then, like if you were to go from Galveston to say like McKinney, bro, that was like a long drive.
It's the same thing with Tennessee because Tennessee is it's short and wide, so it's like the most disproportionate and wide.
Yeah.
Right.
That like there's a point. I think it's Bristol, Tennessee is actually closer to Canada than it is to Memphis.
What? Like
Jesus.
actually, how does that work?
Well, it's just closer to Ontario
hold
because
on.
so like if you look at it, like
Trying
if
to
this is Tennessee
visualize.
right here, Bristol is up here,
We need a visual.
Yeah.
and Memphis is down
Jamie,
here.
Jamie, pull up the map.
I gotta pull up the map. Go ahead, continue. I'll pull it up.
We need
but-
the map.
I mean, just looking back on that time, I don't want to say like I know that we're very privileged to be in the situation that we are,
absolutely.
really
but
are.
just like as a generation going through
Oh
that,
God, yeah, we're the year of 2020. We graduated that year.
The complete uncertainty and just like bizarreness of that whole situation is something that, I mean, it feels like I'm looking back on it, but technically we're still kind of in it.
In it.
Oh
I mean,
no,
it was
yeah, we
just like
definitely are.
hearing about all this stuff with like closing the borders and the deaths and like the infection rates and everything. It accelerated so quickly. I remember talking about it in my history class
Oh,
in
God, yeah.
January. Like, yeah, it'll blow over. My
Yeah,
history teacher was like,
100%. My government class. I mean, that's all we talked about because that's what was going on in government. And
Exactly.
yeah, this is nothing. 2
Yeah.
months later, we're at home
Bang.
doing online school.
I remember, we were thrifting around on spring break, and we got the email like, "Hey, we're gonna be staying home for another week."
Yeah,
Dude, we were like, "Yes!"
Oh,
like,
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
went home. We were so excited.
Little did we know.
Yeah, it would be another 3 months that we'd be
Dude.
home.
So hopefully, with things
Yeah.
gradually getting better, I know Dr. Fauci was saying that they could be expecting some kind of breakthrough with vaccine development by
October or something like that, right?
Yeah, I was reading
yeah,
that too.
hopefully, and I don't know.
See, now,
Here's the
I
map of
just-
Tennessee. I'll just show you real
Okay.
quick.
Oh, yeah.
So like right here
Go
in the
for it.
corner right here, this is like Bristol because it like connects with
Right.
Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, that part right
Shout
there.
out Virginia.
That's right. So like from here to here, that's less than a Tennessee away.
Oh, that counts as
But-
yeah, yeah, I know it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right next to Detroit. But from here to here, it's farther.
Oh,
Really?
That's
Yeah,
insane.
I'm going to point out they're not really going to understand what we're talking about right now, but we see it.
yeah, you see it. Well, I mean, you can pull up a picture
If
and
you-
put it
yeah.
on there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
right.
yeah.
I forgot.
Pull up
that
a
you
map
can do
if you're
that.
listening.
Pull up the map,
Jamie.
Jared. I'm
Hey,
the map.
I'm not
I'm
used
the
to
map.
this whole
Yeah,
picture,
honestly.
video camera stuff with podcasts.
Yeah.
We did ours on Zoom.
Speaking of kind of like using broadcast stuff, I wanted to ask you guys, what is your past experience when it comes to commentating or broadcast, and what interested you about?
Because you're going to get into
I,
detail.
yeah, because I don't really know much about. I know a little bit about Connors, but I don't know much about yours.
I mean, I've had at home.
Which is where?
Sorry, Apple Valley, Minnesota.
Apple Valley. Okay.
Or mainly Minnesota. I've had experience with a lot of sports players and meeting them. I played Madden with Stephon Diggs. I'm very
That
good
is
friend.
freaking awesome.
That
You
dude
beat
was,
him, by the way.
hey, yep, no big deal or anything. It was 48-24. No one's listening right now. But I'm really good friends with Rudolphs, Kyle Rudolph, Jordan Rudolph, their whole family, great people. Good
wow.
friends with Jason Zucker and his wife, and through that, I mean, Carly Zucker has been a radio-esque person for quite some time, and I got some opportunities through her to like hop on and do. I did a podcast with her. I shadowed her in the studio, and I mean, this was all within the last year though. So for me, broadcasting really wasn't my jam.
Forte.
Yeah, until about this. I mean, through the past year, and I kind of knew that I wanted to get into it, but I didn't really have the opportunities yet.
Right. So this
And-
was kind of a bigger step for that.
Oh, 100%. And when I came here, I knew that Nebraska itself had a great journalism school.
Correct.
And so then that's why I'm here. And because I want to learn more, I want to be able to, put myself out there. And I'm hopping on, now this podcast. And we started our own podcast to kind of give me some more exposure and to kind of learn what I'm doing or kind of figure out what I want to do. And I'm looking towards the radio vibe, but
Yeah.
it could bounce anywhere, to be honest with you, man.
Absolutely. Well, you know what I need to do? I just thought of this. Wanted to say this real quick is that, you know how I'm pretty new to sports, so that's something I need to do. I need to listen to your podcast. So when things start back up, I definitely need to listen to that because I haven't gotten the chance to.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I'm not going to lie.
Let's talk about
This
it.
is going to be like against all Nebraska religion, but I've never been like the biggest Nebraska football guy.
Yeah,
I know we sucked last year. Hot take right there. But,
For shame.
That is a very freezing cold take. Actually, we were not very good last year.
no, and I mean, like I'm. That's why I'm here because I want to learn about it. And we have one of the most sports-based communities, I'd say.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Lincoln, Nebraska is a football city, and
And
that's
I
why
love
I'm
it.
super. Yeah, me too. I love it.
I love it.
Oh, Jesus.
We haven't even
man.
gotten to see it when it's
Oh, I
full
know. I know.
potential.
We
That's-
were talking about that yesterday because game day
so
was supposed to be
sad.
at 7
Dude.
o'clock
sad.
last night. So
This it frustrates me so much just because we can't. Connor, go ahead.
Let's just save ourselves from depression, and we will move on.
Yes.
But yeah, no. So I'm kind of new to this whole
Yeah.
game.
So I want to ask you guys a question because we're all like you said, we're all on the same boat. We all
Yeah.
did like broadcasting stuff. What are some of your like best memories? Because you guys are announcers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys are
I
announcers.
I didn't announce too many games in high school.
Okay.
I was
Yes,
the
I was.
soccer manager, but I didn't really do too much.
So
along
what kind of
those lines.
announcing did you do? Did you play by play, color, sideline? Like
Yeah,
what did you do?
I did play by play. I did that was my main thing
play-by-play.
throughout high school. I started my freshman year,
Which is really impressive, by the way. I
Yes.
don't know how
100%.
how
Yeah.
people
Well,
do that.
it's
It's crazy.
It's
looking
intense.
back on it, it's kind of a really stupid story. I feel like because so as a freshman, because I wanted to play basketball in high school. Didn't end up making the freshman team. And I was like, me being
that's a
freshman,
shame.
I was like,
It's a Michael Jordan story.
wow.
It's a Michael
I'm like,
Jordan story.
Yeah, I mean, it sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucked.
Oh,
It
100%.
didn't feel
I
great.
got cut this year from the soccer
Dude, you
team. Why do you
still
think I
shoot
was the
threes.
manager? Oh, man. No, but Connor splashes them out there.
I know, dude. You
I
really
try.
you hit the threes
I try.
when it counts. But go ahead.
Anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of what jump started me into get. I only did 2 basketball games my freshman year, and then I started taking my film class, or well, we call it New Media at Lake Forest High School. Shout out Lake Forest, Illinois.
Lake Forest.
I'm from Lake Bluff, but I go to Lake Forest High School. They join.
Okay.
And so, the next year I started doing every single home game for football and basketball, and that's kind of how it continued until this year I did. Well, my junior year I did 1 away football game, and I also did an away football game oh no, I did not. I did 1 basketball away game this year.
Okay.
So, and I mean, it added up to probably, it was over 60 in total.
That's good experience.
Games wise.
Amazing experience.
And then this year, I mean, I took journalism at the school too. So like, I was a beat writer for the football team. I hate to. I'm not trying to brag about myself. I swear.
I
No,
already did.
we're asking
Yeah, I
you.
already
That's-
did. You
that's
can go
the
right
point.
ahead.
I did a podcast for football last year because I mean we had some big time recruits. We got one kid who just went to Notre Dame, Riley Mills, who's a defensive end, and
Nice.
then one kid who just Mac Uline, who just committed to Northwestern. So excited to play him in football in college because that dude is a beast.
Nice.
So, I mean, that was a ton of fun. We do that weekly. I did it with a local journalist there who covered our high school team. So, I mean, that was kind of the main thing for me in high school. Like, yeah, I did cross country and track. Was I very good? No. But I mean,
You really enjoyed announcing.
I mean,
yes.
I remember seeing your clips on Twitter before we got here, and I was like, dang, this guy is like killing it. Like, he's
Thank
like
you.
running up the squad. I'm like, that's something, because I used to anchor my school's broadcast program, and I also directed it, and talking, like bantering and just coming up
Right.
with things
On the
right
spot.
on the spot. Not only processing what's happening, but then articulating it in a way that is interpretable by other people.
Yep.
And then doing it over and over and over and over for me was just like, wow. So
it may sound kind of crazy, but I feel like that is way easier for me than reading off of a script.
Oh, it's so much easier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I'm a
Scripted.
It's
decent
like having
reader.
a conversation.
No,
I'm
like you said, this type of podcast is 10 times better because we're not just focusing on one thing. We're allowing things to go with the flow, and that changes the game entirely when it comes to podcasting.
And that's the thing that I really like about the announcing, because when on my high school team, our broadcast team, what I did everything. I was our content creator. I did all of our hype videos, all of our slides, all of our Twitter stuff.
Exactly the same.
But then
I'm not
I
gonna
also
lie to
did camera. I did a lot of field cam stuff. That's what I really, really liked. But I was also a sideline announcer. I actually have a video of here of like my highlight moment, because I only did it for 1 year.
oh, really?
Okay.
Which I wish I would have did it for more. But like, this is what happened to me. This is from my senior video, but like, this happened to me. Sports broadcasting.
They'll hand it off to him. He's going to try and bounce around. He's going to get a few yards out of it. And
That was me.
Wait,
That's me. So yeah,
what was that last?
this is my senior video. I took a picture every day for like the entire year.
Oh wait,
Okay.
can we watch that really quick? I mean,
It's 5 minutes long.
Oh,
you
never
don't
mind.
want to
I'm
watch it.
I will text you later about
It's
that.
very cheesy.
That is funny.
No, but yeah, that field cam stuff is no joke.
I
mean,
love field cam stuff. It's so exciting.
I've tried to dabble in both your worlds, and I know Ethan's big into more camera stuff.
Also, check out Ethan's photos on Instagram. Those things are sick.
Yes.
So great.
Shameless plug right
We
there.
plug them every day.
Oh,
every
yeah,
time.
absolutely.
Every
Appreciate
time.
it.
But yeah, I mean, filming live sports is no easy task.
See, that's what I came here for. That's what I came to figure out. Like, do I want to announce? Am I good at it? Yes. And do I love it? Yes. But like, what do I enjoy more?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, that's
Filming?
You got a
Or
damn good
announcing?
voice for it too, though. I mean,
Yeah. Like
you.
you
Get out
have
of
more
the
of the
boat.
voice than I do, and that's obvious.
Please do the radio voice right now.
Oh boy,
You gotta do it.
Do it.
Well,
Hey, okay.
give me
I
something
got
to
you.
say.
This
Come
is
on.
welcome back to the Homonymous podcast.
I'm gonna screw up the
My
word
name is Connor.
homonymous.
All right, ready? Say it. Ready? Homonymous. Homonymous.
So say
We're
this-
live at the Homonymous podcast with Jarrett Michie.
There you
His
go.
roommate. Come on now.
All right. Jarrett, your turn.
Oh, bro, I don't gotta.
Do it.
I can't.
Do it.
You gotta do the radio voice.
I don't
can
have
do
a
it.
radio.
You want me to do it?
Radio voice.
I want you to do it.
We're here with Ethan Weldon live from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, you ready? Here we go. Welcome back to the Homonymous podcast. My name is Alex Neill. Alongside with me, Ethan Weldon, Connor Michie, and Connor Michie. Whoops, Jarrett Michie and Connor Clark.
I am
Guys,
offended.
how are we doing
How are
today?
you offended by this?
Love child.
This is Ethan Weldon reporting live from the Homonymous podcast.
that is
This
good.
Alex Neill.
That's
That
more.
is
hey,
good.
No. That's more of
Jarrett
like
Michie.
a UFC type of voice right there. What is it,
no.
Bruce Banner?
We have a story about that too.
Are you
Bruce Buffer.
ready?
Is it quiet hours yet?
Wait, who was Bruce Banner?
It's
The Hulk.
quiet hours.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Ethan, you need to be quiet.
It is quiet hours. I'm like, yeah.
Maybe that's what they knocked on our door for.
Well,
Yeah, we picked a
no,
really.
no, because that was a while ago, and it's
Oh,
11:06
it's only
right
6 minutes past.
Oh,
You're fine.
okay.
Yeah,
Those-
no, we're good.
Those listening or watching at home,
Nebraska
remind
has
you.
Quiet hours from
Yeah, we are
11 p.m.
in
to
a-
7 a.m.
in a dorm right now.
We are.
so
Yes.
Yeah.
part of that.
Well,
Maybe.
this is the college
Jesus
experience.
Christ, Ethan, you peaked the microphone. What the frick, man?
I'm sorry. We're gonna be doing some ASMR now. Okay.
Oh.
Dude, ASMR
Everyone
on these
stop
microphones?
listening. Stop.
It's so great.
we can't. We can't.
No.
We just
But,
lost 13
Not
viewers.
allowed.
Yeah, you mentioned
All
a question.
13 of them.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
You
go ahead.
mentioned a question earlier. Our favorite moments of broadcasting.
Mhm.
Oh,
I know mine right off the bat.
so
dude.
do I.
We were actually.
I got a couple.
Yeah, there's
I-
two. One time we were at. I had a job that I worked at our high school football stadium. It was a $72 million stadium.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I just have to say
Everything's
that.
bigger in
Because
Texas.
it's-
Yes, we know.
It's ridiculous. But I say that because we had our own broadcast team that was run by students, which is why we were able, it was so expensive it could fund that sort of thing in the first place. Thank you for leveling me out.
You're welcome.
But basically, we had these insane teams. It was basically like club sports, but for high school football. So they would go to these specific towns. One was Duncanville. Duncanville was the spot, like 4-star recruits coming out of it yearly. Like it was a regular thing, multiple people, D1s. And it was like the people following them, like all the parents and everything, they had like a following, And we had a game with, I think it was that team and one other team, I think it was from Arlington. They got destroyed by this Duncanville team, but there was a video that was on one of the really popular like sports Twitters, they House of
Sports
House of
Center?
Highlights,
Oh,
I think
House
it
of
was,
Highlights.
and they
Okay.
posted
That's
a
a huge
video.
one.
Yeah, and they posted a video of our stadium, and it was completely full, and it was a big.
It was for
it's
a
a big stadium.
7-on-7.
No. This was for high school,
shoot.
Texas high school playoff 6A.
Oh,
So it was like
That is dope.
they were, and the caption
still
was
pretty
like,
awesome.
yeah.
Honestly.
And I was the sideline camera guy for all of our stuff. Once I figured out that I liked that throughout the season,
Yeah.
I would be on the sideline all of the games, and we did games for
Now, is
playoffs.
this sideline camera for like the live video or like camera stuff or
This-
like video highlights?
No, this is for the big
The
screen.
live view.
Yeah,
you
because
go.
we had the biggest.
Gotcha.
Sorry, gonna brag again. We had the
Oh, here it
biggest
is.
big screen in the state of
Shut
Texas.
up.
for high school.
Yeah,
Shut up.
yeah, we
Shut
all don't live in Texas.
Yeah. And so we would just be. It was the atmosphere of it is something that's when I was like, I need to get into sports.
I saw that
video.
Snapchat you posted today.
That's
with other people.
yeah. That
that was sick. That was
Oh,
saw
yo,
that.
that was so
That was
dope.
sick.
Maybe I'll put up a video of that right now. Okay, so that was something that was like Boyd, which is one of our high school.
Like rivals.
That was my school.
Oh,
so
that
that
was
was
your school.
one of the schools that was, that the stadium was for them. But we would also host playoff games for some of the bigger teams at events,
Well, of course,
like
when
what
you
I
have a
was
great
talking about.
stadium like that.
Right. So, and then another one was when we actually hosted the NCAA D2 championship.
That is
Oh yeah, you were
awesome.
telling me about
So I
that.
had-
That's so cool.
I was,
Yeah, you told us about that at lunch the first week. Actually, I remember that.
Oh, I did. Yeah. And
So cool.
basically,
tell me.
it was like University of West Florida, and I think it was Minnesota State actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was an awesome game, and it was like some of my clips were on like ESPN Plus.
That's
like
awesome.
telling my dad like, "Hey, I'm gonna be
Oh,
on
wow.
ESPN Plus tonight." Like
That's
my clips.
sick.
That's
he was
so
like,
cool.
"A year ago, you didn't even like sports," and I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty crazy."
man, dude, that's
But
awesome.
Those are mine probably. How about you guys?
Honestly, when it comes, like I said, I'm new to this whole thing. I mean, I've been
It's like starting this podcast.
Oh yeah,
Your-
100%.
your podcast
Starting the
would probably be-
podcast, and
Yeah, we'll
and-
train you as much as we can.
Oh, definitely. And my goal is to
Yeah.
kind of like.
Ego's just going up over there, huh?
I'm kidding.
It started with the $72 million football stadium. No, but definitely, like I've always kind of want to start a podcast with my own brand and just talk about that, like this.
The stuff you like to do.
Just talk about anything and everything, and it doesn't entirely have to be about sports. We can get into sports and we can get into this and that, but honestly, just I'm thinking about double majoring that broadcast as well, just to kind of learn about that stuff rather than just learning about the sports media. Because I've always been a big sports guy. I played soccer for quite some time. I played basketball for quite some time, baseball, everything. I tried everything, but definitely just kind of finding my groove is kind of where
Yeah.
I'm at right now, because sports media is my thing right now.
You have a general idea.
Yeah, but like 3 years later, will I still be in sports media? Will I be in broadcasting? That's a question.
Or somewhere else.
Or I'm minoring in psych. So I have a few different paths that I'm looking at, and we'll see. We'll kind of see how it goes. So.
Very nice.
Nice.
Very cool.
Oh, am I on the spot now?
Oh, you're on the spot.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. I got a mental list of
I
moments.
think I remember one.
Just
of the
name
videos
one. Doesn't
that
have to,
used
like,
it.
be the
It was
top
like
one.
a,
Well, okay. So non play-by-play would have to be interviewing Bulls radio announcer Chuck Swirsky at the United Center. That was really awesome.
I never did
He's a
anything
great
like
guy.
that. So
Um,
freaking cool.
He's great guy. And probably my favorite play-by-play moment. I have a couple, but my favorite one, and I definitely told you about this earlier.
I think so.
But we were playing our rival Stevenson High School, where for anybody who's listening, Jalen Brunson went there, who's the
Oh
current
yeah,
point
he's told me
guard of
about
the
this a few
Mavericks.
times. He always forgets. He tells me, but he gets into it a few times.
I love talking about it. So they had a 30-year playoff streak coming into our game. So in Illinois, you need 5 wins in high school football to qualify for the playoffs.
Yeah.
We were both 4-4, and they had a 29-year streak going on 30 if they would have won that game. Spoiler.
Oh, spoiler.
And so,
I was wondering what was going to happen.
I know.
and we had a 9-year streak. But okay, so we would be dominated by them, like say 2014-15, like right before we got into high school. And they were just good at everything. They were good at
That was like our
basketball.
rival.
They were good at baseball. They were good at football.
One
They
of
were
those.
just good at everything.
I hate school.
School them in
I hate-
swimming, though.
Well, that's what happens. That's what happens
Talk
when
about
you
chess
have.
club.
That's what happens when you have 5,000 kids at your school.
Yeah.
you're
Facts.
gonna be good at sports.
Yep.
So we had to win this game to make the playoffs, and it would have been a pretty kind of big disappointment if we had missed the playoffs for this season because we had a pretty talented roster.
Yeah.
So we were down 27-7 at halftime, and things were obviously not looking
Not
good.
looking great there.
I was personally very upset at halftime. I'm like, there's no way our senior season's going to end like this. I
Yeah.
mean, it sucks. And it was 27-7 all the way until there were 7.5 minutes left in the game.
So,
Total.
like, 7 minutes left in the
Fourth
fourth?
quarter.
In the
Oh
fourth
my
quarter.
gosh.
Jesus.
And this is at our home stadium. This is a senior night, too.
Oh, nice.
That would have been a slap in the face, though. To
So-
lose that. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Senior night.
So we get a quick score.
14-27.
Yeah, 14-27, and then we get a pretty big stop. We got a couple of quick stops, and we get another score. It made it 27-21, and then I want to say Stevenson turned the ball over like at our own 40-yard line or something like that.
Oh.
And this was with like 2.5
Screwing
minutes
the
left.
pooch
in
there.
this.
Choked bad.
Yeah, so they gave us the ball back, and then our junior quarterback threw. It wasn't a prayer, but it was a pretty. It was he got out of trouble.
Risky.
He got out of
Yeah.
trouble. And he delivered a good pass.
Just
to,
throwing some shade at
what-
the Packers fans, like an Aaron Rodgers kind of throw. Is that what we're talking, or what?
I mean, kind of.
Okay.
I'm a Bears fan, so I'm not going to get into that. But
Did you see AP just down with the Lions?
I
though?
did.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that is.
We'll
cool.
talk about it in that in a second.
Yeah.
yeah. And so we hit him, and this dude's punting at South Carolina now, but we hit him, and he goes like 60 yards down the field for a score, and there's just a place like half the people are gone at this point because it's freezing. It's November
Yeah.
in Illinois.
Illinois, yeah.
So it is
Oh my
freezing. We were down by 20. Nobody wanted to see this happen.
Oh my
And
God.
we come back with 7 minutes left, and a bunch of my friends, because I was a manager of the football team, but obviously I wouldn't be on the field during home games.
Plus,
but
you were announcing.
yes, and a bunch of and a bunch of my friends who were on the football team. They're telling me like because the locker rooms border each other in
Yeah.
our building right next door,
Oh.
and they could hear them like kind of celebrating at halftime and like banging on the lockers and everything,
Biggest
and that
mistake.
just pissed
Everyone's
everybody
last
off.
word in a big game.
And it was just,
Yes.
and it was the most satisfying win ever.
Yeah.
I love beating Stevenson. I'm sorry. But
We haven't.
I
my
love
school,
beating them.
My school hasn't beat
yeah.
our rival school in 11 years.
Oh my God.
I mean,
that's what it was like for us until like the past couple of years.
okay, real quick, going back on your question about like their favorite sports, can it be a favorite sports memory? Because I mean,
Sure.
all right.
Yeah, why not?
So my senior year, so last year, I was the manager, got cut, big deal. You know, it was fun though. I made it fun. I made it a joke. I'd wear suits to games. I'd do this and that.
I respect that.
Oh, 100%. I'd go into like the lake behind the.
I only wore suits at basketball games when I announced. That was it.
Fair enough.
I
I would let. I mean, you
That's
were
a-
announcing.
that's
I was the
classy.
manager.
Oh.
So I
mean, I didn't wear
Nice.
suits.
so
Nice.
I mean, I'm there. I'm having fun. So we get down. We make it to the state championship. Huge accomplishment for us because it's been a while. I mean,
Yeah.
we'd had some bumpy years, but this was our year. We had such a great team. We got the guy who won Mr. Soccer. Great back line, great midfield. Everything's going well. And we come down. We're tied 2-2, going to double overtime. Or no, second half of overtime. And one of my friends who's now a junior hit and hope, just chipped off the kid's leg.
Yeah.
Back post in. Everyone's
Oh my
sprint, and
gosh.
within 2 seconds, everyone's sprinting across the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Losing
Hey,
it.
you want to tell them where you played?
What?
Do you want to tell them what stadium you played?
Oh, U.S. Bank. That was the cool
was
part
a U.S.
too.
Bank?
Yeah, we were.
What?
Yeah.
That is so
No,
freaking
and
cool.
we're running across U.S. Bank. And honestly,
Dude,
the best feeling because
Matt-
I'm the manager, but I'm pretty invested in the season, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you get to, you have
Oh,
to do that. That's
God.
like magical.
God, yeah, and you know I have a broken arm. I'm hitting my teeth. I'm hitting the guys. I'm hitting the guys with my arm, and I feel so
ow,
bad.
yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
And then we're all jumping. Dude, best moment. by
Yeah.
far.
Well-
Man, that freaking sucks. It's totally different in the South because we were 4-0
Yeah.
when we came up against our rival team. We were like supposed to beat them. We were supposed to go 5-0, beating Mount Juliet for the first time in 11 years in our head coach's history of playing this team. And we were like, oh, we're gonna rush the field, throw it in their face. We didn't beat them in so long. The cops threatened to arrest every student that rushed the field.
I'm just gonna go back on what you said about Stevenson versus Lake Bluff. Karma, you guys were expecting a win and you did not get it.
Oh
Or
yeah,
Lake Forest.
everybody that like actually had hope
What
knew
did I
we were
say?
gonna blow it, but like
Said
we were
Lake
all
Bluff.
we just throw it in
Oh,
their face.
shit.
Like it's
Sorry,
been so
Lake
long.
Forest.
They throw it in our face all the time.
Yeah.
And it was just like they threatened to pepper spray students to rushing the field.
Okay,
Dude,
that's a
actually-
little
Yeah,
different.
no.
We rushed
So-
the field and the cops were mad at us after. But
But the thing is too, at US
Actively.
Bank Stadium too, the security guards were like, you guys shouldn't be jumping up on like the walls and doing that, this and that. And I'm like, dude, we just won the state championship.
Yeah.
Like, let them celebrate for what
Yeah,
they got,
shut
you
up.
know?
That's
Yeah.
stupid.
And then we're
There's-
taking a picture and they're kicking us out because I get that they have to get the games going, but put like a
But
15 to 20 minute block in between the games
right.
because we're hype-ish. You know, we
It's a
just
state
Yeah,
championship.
the guys.
I mean, that's not
literally-
easy.
No, that's it. I mean, we were undefeated also that season. We had one tie and it was against Richfield, but we came out so slow in the first half.
So that was a good season too.
Oh God!
Dang.
The coach James C, best coach I've ever been around. He had back-to-back undefeated seasons. He was the coach for I believe 2 years. He's gonna hate me if he ever listens. I don't know if he'll listen to this, but coach for 2 years, undefeated both seasons.
Wow, that's
So,
pretty impressive, especially for soccer
Dude,
too.
such a great coach.
Yeah.
Man.
I
Well,
mean, the nicest guy, like the dad on the team, but then also the hard-ass coach that you need. Fitness,
Yeah.
everything, and that's why I was so glad I got cut. Let me tell you.
Do you want me to play this clip, or do you want me to wait?
Yeah, I was going to mention. So speaking of things that our favorite broadcast moments or
Yeah.
things regarding that, I actually have a clip here. She's going to hate me. This is my co-host, co-anchor Kat. She's one of my best friends. I love her to death.
Okay.
And this is from our high school broadcast, and basically she's explaining that a dance is coming up. I forget which one it is, but that you should go buy your tickets.
Are you putting her
in
on
the
blast
lunchroom.
here, or what's going on?
This is just something that we make so much fun of her for, but she,
Okay, so you're putting her on
it's funny.
blast.
Like we had a really good group going at our high school, so it's a really funny thing.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and play this. I want you to listen.
Here we go.
Winter Formal is right around the corner on January 25th. The dance will be held at the Waters Creek Convention Center from 8 to 11 p.m. Be sure to buy your tickets at lunch starting today.
No shit.
There it
The
is.
fine art swing is finally complete.
Oh, look at that
Before the
guy.
case
Holy
begins,
God, you look
all the
young.
updates made.
Buy your tits now.
When I tell you that it took every fiber in my body
Not to just
not
die.
to laugh, I was like amazed that I was like, what? Everyone, as soon as it cut to the package, we were just like,
That's
oh
hilarious.
my
Well,
God.
I don't know if you guys have watched these, but the funny news bloopers on YouTube,
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
absolutely
yeah.
hilarious, and that
Dude.
gave me those YouTube vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was like, Kat,
happens.
if you're watching, I love you and I'm sorry, but it's such a golden clip and you know it. I'm like,
I
we had
give
to.
her props for getting through it.
Oh, 100%.
Good recovery.
She pushed
100%.
through. She
Good
pushed
recovery.
through.
That's like
Hey,
that
that's
one.
a video
like,
you show to your kids.
Yeah.
when
That's
they're
like
18
the-
at least. But
Have you seen that video of the cop going, the reporter talking about the cop that got shot? Prayers for cop Mega Daga Mega Doo Doo. Her name was like Megan. Like it was like I don't know what it was. She said Mega Doo Doo, and it was like
Definitely not
Yeah,
that.
It's definitely not that.
Anything but that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's not good.
let's kind of wrap this up. Anything else we're going to talk about? Unless we're going to like move on to sports. Is that okay?
I'm
Yeah,
down
let's
for
do
some
it.
sports.
All right, it's time for some sports. It's time for some sports. How'd you guys like that intro?
That got me going. I'm ready to run through a brick wall.
That's what I wake
I'm
up
not
to in the
gonna
morning.
lie.
Yeah.
was that Wii Sports music?
Yeah.
Holy God, that brought me back.
That would be a good alarm clock sound. Actually.
Oh,
That would be.
no, I'm not gonna lie.
Wake you
Alarm
up.
clock sounds ruin sounds for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I agree.
Well, no, I have the one that's like it sounds. I mean, I know we're on sports and this is totally off topic, but it sounds like a fire truck, like honking.
Oh no. Oh, that's what
Anyway,
Anyways, going into some sports, let's just start off real quick with the NFL. Let's talk about some of this trade stuff that's been going on. I can go first. I can talk about AP.
Oh,
Adrian
yeah.
Peterson just got released by the Redskins like what 2 days ago.
yeah.
Oh,
And
sorry.
now-
Washington football team.
Oh,
now?
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so
no.
sorry.
Oh my! You're gonna get canceled.
Cancel.
Cancel culture. The Homonymous podcast is canceled.
already.
Before it even started.
That's right.
Dang.
So, Washington football team released Adrian Peterson, 2 days ago? And now the Lions signed him. I think it's a great pickup.
Oh, 100%.
Great pickup.
I mean, he's old. You know, he's had his prime, but the dude is ready.
I don't like that he's back in the NFC North though because of PTSD.
Yeah.
You guys have Mitchell Trubisky. Settle down over
How
there.
long have the
Yeah,
Lions?
you act like that's a good thing.
That's what I'm saying.
99
How long have the Lions sucked for?
ever.
A while.
Yeah.
Since Barry Sanders left.
But hey, let's give Matthew Stafford some credit. He's
underrated.
He's working with what he's working with, and I give him full props for that.
I think the last time that they were ever even considered to be like
decent.
talked about in conversation was after Sue left. I mean, if
Oh,
we're being
yeah.
real, after he left for the Dolphins. I mean,
100%.
oh, wait, yeah, Dolphins.
Yeah.
So that was like what 2015, and they were still pretty bad then.
Yeah.
So I mean, they haven't made the playoffs since like '99.
Oh no, it's been
Way longer too, right?
it's
been a few decades.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Hear me out on this one though. It's better to be a Lions fan, right? Well, I mean, I guess not in retrospect, but to be a Vikings fan and be let down constantly every year.
Yeah.
I mean, we did have the Minneapolis Miracle, which is dope.
And then he still
But that
lost.
to get let down yet again, and but
Yeah.
I love Minnesota sports.
Yeah. Try hitting a goalpost twice.
Okay.
Then
so
you
it's
can
like
talk.
that. Okay.
Jarrett, I think you would get along with my dad. He's a huge Vikings fan.
Oh, 100%.
And I remember, this is a fond memory of mine, is when, I think it was when they got snubbed by the Saints or something, like a
Yep.
while ago. It was like before, like when I was a kid or something like that. I remember.
was that Brett Favre era?
Yes.
Got you.
Yeah. No. Yes, he did. Brett Favre did something stupid to like botch the whole game because
Oh, he
he
threw
had,
a pass when he should have just like threw it out of bounds.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
Threw an
and,
interception.
yeah, exactly. And he had just gotten done. Like he used to play at the Packers before that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
So
his
then
team.
he screwed the Vikings throughout his entire career on the Packers, and then once he
Yeah.
came to the Vikings, he screwed the Vikings from the inside.
So
And
Oh my god.
when that happened, my
ultimate
dad,
inside job.
Exactly. My dad was watching that game, and when that happened, he literally ripped his shirt in half. It was a
I'd like to meet
crazy
this
moment.
guy. I'd like to meet this guy.
You need to meet my dad because
Yeah.
he's very,
100%.
he's passionate about it. So.
I mean, I'm a passionate Vikings fan, but football's kind of fallen off for me a
Yeah.
little bit in the past few years. But I'm getting there. I'm back.
getting
I'm in
there.
Nebraska. I'm in Nebraska.
Yeah, you
You're
got
in football country, my
yeah,
friend.
you
Literally,
go-
the
you go
only
to the
thing
University
here,
of Nebraska.
the only thing here is farming, corn,
And
football, and overalls.
I can rock
Wait,
a pair of overalls.
and
Let me
Runza.
tell you.
Did you tried it?
Did you mention football?
I don't think I did. No, I'm just kidding. I did mention
okay.
football.
Runza's
I
underrated.
just want to make sure.
He hates Runza.
I've never tried it.
up.
Oh,
It's-
wait,
it's
no,
okay.
Jordan hates Runza.
It's okay.
Jordan,
I had
never tried
Runza on the way back.
It's all right.
Drive
I
time.
I've
like
had better.
it.
I'll try it.
Good.
All right, let's
So
go.
we'll
Someone
make
take me
you
to.
try.
You want to go get runs or
I will
something?
take
I'll
you
go
on a
get
date
Runza.
anytime.
We'll go get. I have a gift card. That's
I mean,
someone gave me.
personally,
I
I'd
like
rather
that.
get Canes, but
Yeah, Canes
Canes
is
is
See, but hear me
consistent.
out. Canes overrated because we have 10 minutes from me in Apple Valley.
But
see,
it's
that's
it's
not
not
the case in
seasoned
Illinois.
enough.
That's
Well,
not. It's just
I
the
mean,
chicken.
you don't-
isn't
you don't
great.
even
the Texas
know.
toast is underrated, but
You don't even know. Bojangles is where it's at.
Bojangles.
Bojangles is where it's at.
Portillo's. Come to Chicago. You eat Portillo's. Your life will be
Portillo's.
changed. Your life will be changed.
Okay, do you guys have Jets Pizza?
No.
Do you have Jets Pizza, Minnesota? What? It's a
We have good pizza.
well, I mean, it's like it's basically like the fast food Detroit style pizza. You had Detroit style pizza?
Yeah.
I'm more of a Domino's kind of guy.
Detroit style's good.
Domino's.
Papa Murphy's all the way.
Yeah, Papa Murphy's.
My mom just sent me a Domino's gift card, so I'm planning on using that.
Bless.
Cash out, please.
Yeah, it's
You-
beneficial
I get-
to you.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
'cause,
you like it too?
Yeah, I like Domino's.
Oh, a match met in half.
I
I mean,
just don't
it's
like-
fine. Like,
well,
it's
you know-
fast food pizza. It's
I'll tell you why I don't like Domino's.
yeah.
As you will learn this about me, everything gives me heartburn. And I
Okay,
talk about it all the
Facts.
time.
No, honestly, me too.
I understand.
Everything gives me heartburn. Like I have 2 full bottles of Tums in my medicine
All right, I'll
cabinet.
keep that in mind because I get mad heartburn.
that. Lock your door if you
Yeah.
need them.
But like green peppers are my worst nightmare. So like I don't know what it
really?
is. Like that's just an example. Like Domino's sauce used to make me throw up because of how much heartburn it would give
Wow.
me. So like I just like I can't eat Domino's.
Is that
now.
like a medical condition you need to get checked out or something?
No, yeah, I have to take medicine for my heartburn. It's so
Okay,
bad.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
speaking of sports,
Speaking of sports,
Wait, we're not talking about pizza?
that could be a sport. Competitive eating. I mean, it is.
It
is.
Technically.
It is.
I used to work at a
That
hot dog
dude,
place.
Joey Chestnut.
Every time,
Yeah, the dude
every
that ate hot
time
dogs.
it came on, we would watch it at work because I worked at a hot dog place.
You have to. But there's rumors recently. I don't know. There's a guy on Twitter that I've been. A lot of his stuff is popping up on my feed. His name is Sir Yacht. Even my mom is sending me his tweets. She's like, "Is this real?" I'm like, "I don't know." It's like he says everyone's making fun of him because all of his stuff says per source, so none of it is really that credible. I'll just preface that before this, but they were speaking about the October 10th start date or things like that. What do you guys think about that in terms of how it'll play into
for
even
Big Ten?
Yeah, with
I was
other
gonna say, clarify Big
even
Ten,
with
yeah.
like certain teams might not want to be playing, like Minnesota, for example. They're like, no, we're good. And how do you guys think that'll play into, an overall season for college football? Because that means like
My prediction, they won't start until January. I hope they come back in October. I just don't think they will. I just think
they will not play
reasonable.
until the fall of 2021.
Hear me out.
Is that what you were whispering?
No,
I was whispering. I was ready to talk about. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm all
I
over this,
agree with
he
that.
was-
Like
he was
it's
yelling
wishful
at me.
thinking
I'm
for
talking.
January.
They will not play until the fall of
No.
2021.
I don't know, man. 'cause
Nebraska?
There's
Yeah.
like
Anybody.
No chance this fall.
I
I
think despite the whole
lost all
pandemic and if everyone's staying safe, personally to me, let them play if they want to. If they're willing to go play, let them play.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible. I mean, we see all
I
these
get
other
that.
teams playing. I'm just saying the Big Ten has been so inconsistent about
Oh,
making up their
100%.
mind and voting.
It's
And they
back
say
and
they were
forth,
supposed to
back
vote
and
on
forth.
Friday.
Yes.
They're supposed to vote tomorrow. Only God knows if that'll actually
Who even
happen.
knows?
I have serious doubts about the Big Ten actually doing anything
Shout out Big
regarding
Ten.
football. I don't care if the entire conference wants to play. I still don't believe it's going to happen
It's
because
not
it all
gonna
comes
happen.
down to
I get
Kevin
that, but-
Warren.
Like literally, what's going to happen? I think is after week one of all the SEC, ACC, what is it? Big 12 play.
12.
Big 12 play. There's going to be a bunch of COVID cases, and they're going to cancel the rest of the season.
I get that.
Like that's just what I think is
And
going to
the
happen.
SEC is a hot spot, too.
Especially coming from an SEC.
Dude, Alabama.
Oh my
Especially
God.
coming from like Tennessee had to cancel their scrimmage yesterday because they had 44 players unable to make it because of contact tracing and COVID.
There's
Wow.
a point that
44.
There's a point that
That's
I've wrote about, and it's one of these things like the players, or I think we talked about this on our podcast actually, is the players should be held accountable
They should.
just as much. I mean, because if you want to have the season and you're preaching, let's have this season, stay safe, be smart.
Yeah.
You don't need to go out to these parties if you want to play.
We don't need people dying.
100%, and if you want to play what you love,
Exactly.
be
You're gonna have
smart.
to sacrifice
Yeah.
some
And
stuff.
you have to sacrifice that life. Do your school, play football,
And it's just
do
like
what you
everyone
love.
else. It's not like they're the only
Oh,
ones who
no.
have to sacrifice.
That's why
100%.
the
We're
NBA and the NHL have worked.
Yes,
because
because
it's
they
so
have the
small.
bubble and they're restricting things.
They
You can't do
there's-
that with
credit
collegiate
to them.
sports.
No, you
Oh
can't.
no, and there's also that thing too with like the restriction is the bubble. You have to find, and we have hockey teams max. I mean, 35 per roster, 50 per roster.
Yeah.
And then there's NBA teams. Much I don't know.
It's like 11.
Yeah.
yeah.
plus
I mean-
like 4 coaches.
And there's that too. But with football, you have big.
You have like
rosters.
100-man
And
rosters.
I mean, we're in the Big Ten, and football teams are huge, and even at smaller colleges, football teams are huge. So there's no way we're going to be able to do the bubble system.
Rutgers and stuff
Yeah.
too.
Well, yeah. I understand why the smaller teams are going ahead and playing because they need that money.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have to. Their
Yeah.
athletic
Oh,
department would take
God, yeah.
tremendous
Yeah.
damage. I mean, you see Iowa cutting sports. They're a Big Ten school. Imagine what Marshall was playing the other day. Imagine if they didn't have football and they were missing out on that income.
My friend was in that game. I saw him on TV. He's a starting D lineman for Eastern Kentucky.
Oh, really?
And
No
like
big deal, but they got
the stuff that
yes, they did.
like
We're not going
it's-
to talk about it.
It's already it's already affecting, like, for example, UNL just cut the arts program, like a good
Yeah,
portion of the arts program.
I was driving with that buddy from upstairs who doesn't have the roommate, and
Yeah.
he was telling me about all the programs getting cut. Like I heard there was 3 different majors that got cut within the past
Yeah.
2 weeks.
And Jordan lost part of his scholarship too.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Crazy.
like it's like a ripple effect, even in the economy locally that it has.
And
the amount of influx that
That's
they have
that's
during
why
the football season.
I've always said that we're blessed to be on campus, and
Yeah.
everyone's talking about as soon as we make that first payment, we're going home. Personally, I don't think that
Yeah.
because we're already taking the cut from football.
I
We're
don't know
taking
what
the
to
cut from
believe.
sports.
I really don't.
Well, I mean, like some people, I don't have a choice. I have to stay,
Yeah, because you're 12.
Me
I
neither.
mean, you're 8.
and I have grandparents. I can stay here too.
I mean,
True,
but
I don't. I mean, that's my thing. I
we're
don't have
all
any family.
decent. We're all decently far away, so like it's not like we can
And I
drive
don't-
an hour home.
I don't think, and also I don't think they have the system to move us out. That's my biggest thing too, because the system to move us in was already.
That was
Oh my-
flawless. That was
yes.
great.
I know it was.
It was
Just-
great.
so
I mean,
a round of hand to them. They did
The
great.
only thing bad about that was the Devaney Center.
That's
Yeah.
oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god, man! Oh my god!
Alex, my parents will know this. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. Everything, yes, everything surrounding that, absolutely. Like the move-in process. Only thing I would say is orientation. Dude, I had no idea what was going on.
I didn't have an orientation.
Yeah, I didn't
have
know
one either.
where to go to eat. Like, I didn't know what
facts.
times to go to eat. Like, I tried to go eat, and I was like, the door's locked.
Mm-hmm.
To
And
all my,
also-
I meant like just the moving process. That's
mover-
all.
yeah,
That's
that-
all I was
They
talking
were
about.
awesome. But the Bob Devaney Center thing was a
That was
nightmare.
oh, 100.
atrocious.
We were there. I mean, I got there pretty early. I was supposed to be there by 2:30. We got there by 2:15.
Dude.
Hour and 30 minutes just to get
and
moving.
that's the other
Yes.
problem is that the stupid people wouldn't mail out end cards.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, I don't know why they
You
did
have to
not
be in
do
within
that.
like a 100-mile radius.
Dude, they mailed us our parking permits.
Yeah.
Like, just stick the card in there, too.
Yeah.
That would have
I
been
mean-
so much easier.
Ethan was just saying something. I forget. Continue.
No, I was done.
No, before that, I was going to agree with a point, but this is what.
It's just it's all crazy. So let's just move on. Let's go to another sports thing. NFL starting this week. What do you guys think? What are your predictions? Like any big upsets you're predicting,
No,
or
my
like
fantasy team's going to suck, though.
I missed my fantasy draft. I gotta see who I picked up.
I mean, I got Patrick Mahomes, but everyone's like,
Patty
you're
Mahomes.
finishing
He's
last.
got the Thursday night game this week, I believe. I think it's them and the Texans, right?
yeah.
So that'll be a good one.
Just want to
Yeah.
throw this out there.
That'll
I
be a good
wanted
one.
Lamar, but my
Really
buddy
good.
Quinn, who's on our podcast, offered me 2 days of Chick-fil-A for free, or he would buy it for me if
Oh.
I gave him Lamar. I said yes within 2 seconds. I want some
Wait,
Chick-fil-A.
is that the fantasy with like a
Chicken
$200
nuggies.
buy-in?
No, it's
No,
a
no, no,
$20
no.
buy-in, and then we have.
Oh, I thought you said it was a $200
no,
buy-in.
no, 20, and then
we
we
do
have
not
a,
have that money.
$200 pool.
and then we have a
Correct.
yeah, and then we have a
Gotcha.
little bit of a forfeit at the end, but we haven't drawn that yet. So
Yeah.
I got you. Gotcha.
Some sort of punishment is coming
Yeah,
to us.
no.
So now I'm looking forward to the Titans game on Monday, playing Denver.
100%.
Like, as a Titans fan, speaking of Will Compton, busting with the boys, just got back in the Titans,
yeah,
which I'm super happy for as a Husker. But also, I mean, he did great things with the Titans. He's like best friends with Taylor Lewan, and they have that giant podcast. It's like the biggest NFL podcast. Is that fair
Yeah.
to say?
I'd agree.
Sure.
Have you ever listened to it?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. It's
Wait,
so awesome.
Who is it?
Will Compton and Taylor Lewan. Will Compton was like was he 4-star here or 3-star?
I couldn't tell you.
He was
I
like- he was like a-
Northwestern fan at the time.
Oh, okay. He was a 3rd-round draft pick in the NFL. He played here 4 years, and
Is he still playing?
Uh huh.
Okay.
They just signed him
Okay, fair enough.
because the Raiders released him, and then the Titans picked him up again.
Yeah.
So he's a linebacker for the Titans, and then Taylor Lewan is the starting tackle from Michigan.
Okay.
He was a 1st-round pick.
What's
for the Titans.
What's the other NFL podcast with that kicker, the punter?
Oh, Pat McAfee?
Dude, I watched a couple of clips from that.
He's not playing anymore though.
No, he's just funny though. I think.
Yeah.
He's a
Was
great-
These are like
He's
current
so
players.
funny.
These
Yeah.
are current players.
Was he with
that-
the Saints? The punter?
No, he was with the
No,
Colts.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
I'm
was funny though. Like
Just throwing it out there. I'm
his-
so far behind in football.
Same. His,
So,
wow.
his highlights are funny.
Wow.
So, anything else you guys want to say about NFL?
The
I'm just
Bears are
excited
going to
for-
smack the Lions on
Yes,
Sunday
they
at
are.
noon.
I agree with that.
What?
They will finish
No, they're
second to
not.
last
Okay,
in the NFC.
can we touch on this for 1 second?
Sure, that's fine.
Why are the Bears picked last in their division?
Because you have Trubisky. I'm just
I'm
gonna-
Because
not.
it's the
I'm,
Bears.
I'm not being biased
Facts.
here. The Bears are better than the Detroit Lions. I don't care what you tell me. That's fine if the Vikings and the Packers finish above the Bears. That's
They should,
reasonable.
as they should. As
But
they should.
the Lions will not finish above the Bears. That is
No.
ridiculous.
No.
I
And
don't
you have
know
a
why.
tremendous defense too.
Oh,
Exactly.
100%.
I don't know why.
The addition of Khalil Mack last year
Well-
made it a lot better.
And, well, you forget, Akeem Hicks was injured for a lot of last season. He's a very good defensive tackle.
I'm
We
still
have a-
mad the Bears released Prince Mukamara.
So am I.
Made me so mad.
Do you feel like
He was a Husker too.
Yeah.
He was a
Okay.
1st-round pick. Like he was what?
He was,
Pick 8.
he was pretty damn good.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Sorry,
I mean,
speaking-
he was all right for the
And
Bears.
then the Raiders picked him up, and then they just released him too.
I forgot I was going to
Continue.
touch on this too. Speaking of that, the Vikings got what's his name again? How do you say it? It's like
Amir?
Ngaku.
Oh, Ngoku.
Ngoku. I think that'll be good. I mean, especially
Yeah.
because we lost majority of our decent defensive players. I mean, Everson Griffin.
Do you know if
respectfully,
Amir's
so.
still on the 53-man as a returner? He's not a running back. I know he's a returner though.
I couldn't tell you.
What-
Okay,
I don't know either.
I think he is. Anyways, anything else? No.
Are you sure you don't want to spill your knowledge of football, Ethan?
Yeah, Ethan, go on a rant. Let's hear this.
Yeah, no, like they definitely like
$72 million stadium.
like throw it. yeah, my
Texas.
I know as
Right.
much as there is to know about the camera operating of it, but not so
Ethan,
much the actual
Ethan, hot
players.
take. Who's winning the Super Bowl? No one else chime in on this.
Definitely the Jazz.
You know,
What?
I'm gonna take the,
Jazz,
I'm gonna take
baby.
the Supersonics as Super Bowl champions.
I'm taking the Chicago Sky.
Oh,
I think the Huskers are going to bring it home.
I think the South African bobsled team is going to pull it home and get that. Just get a safety at the end.
South African bobsledding.
Or Cool Running. You've seen Cool Runnings, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's a shame.
What?
All right, let's just move on. Move on. NBA, go.
Miami Heat all the way. I'm very biased. I was a bandwagon when the big three were there.
Oh my god!
And I followed him. See, he will not forgive me because he's.
I can't say crap. I'm a Kings fan.
No,
I'm a Bulls fan though, and when
Didn't even go to the playoffs.
I know because we suck. But when LeBron and D Wade and all of them were I shouldn't say D Wade, but Chris Bosh and all of them were at the Heat. I mean, playing them was so frustrating.
they were good. They were good.
Oh my gosh! Until Nate Robinson took over and ended their like
3-pointer
30 win streaks.
Doesn't go.
30 game
Yeah.
streaks, so.
Rebounded back out to Allen.
Bang!
But what do you guys think? Who's winning it all? I got the Clips. Personally.
I
kind of agree with that.
It's gonna.
I
I
do
think
too.
the Western Conference is going to be more exciting than the championship game.
I was on the middle.
I don't. Who did the Lakers end up winning tonight? I think they did.
I think they did.
I still don't. I
ahead
still
and
don't.
check
I
real
still
quick.
don't think
I
they're
got
gonna
you.
win.
No, they won't. I think they'll get to the Western Conference and the Clips are going to beat them. And I think that's going to be way more exciting to watch than even if it was the Bucks and the Clips or the Bucks and the Lakers. I think the Clips and the Lakers game,
I don't
if that's
think-
what it
the
happens
Bucks,
to be,
the Bucks are
no.
they're done.
Of course,
Especially with
I spelled
Giannis out.
Lakers wrong. Somebody give me a new
I
education.
mean,
yeah, they won 117-109 tonight.
Okay.
That was a close game. I was watching last week
Yeah.
before I came up here. So
Let's see here.
Yeah, I mean, like the Nuggets are a team to look out for.
Eric Gordon
They
with
played
24, 3 and 1
I know.
tonight.
Well, this is why I go back to the Clippers winning it all.
Yeah.
The Nuggets were up 20-ish points throughout the entire course of the game.
Exactly.
They ended up only winning by 9, and Kawhi only had 13 points.
Mhm.
So
who's playing the Raptors right now?
the Celtics. That series is tied at 2.
2? Oh, that'd be going to watch out for.
Hey,
too.
The
The stunner-
Celtics were up 2-0, and the Raptors won 2 straight now. So
And the Raptors swept the Nets too, right?
Yeah. Well, the one season or the one
You're loving this aren't you,
series.
Ethan? Yeah, basketball.
I'm listening. I'm trying to learn.
The one series
Yes.
that's kind of surprising me as of right now is Bucks Heat.
I think
And
that's surprising everybody.
I mean, I say Heat all the way, but that's just because I'm a Heat fan. But when it comes to that and Heat up 3-1 right now, Giannis, the projected MVP, has a 0% winning percentage against.
And he just went out.
Well, yeah,
He
no,
hurt his
no,
ankle.
hear me out. Hear me out.
he
This is what I'm
could
saying.
be in for Game 5.
Well, this is what I'm saying. He has a 0% win percentage against the Heat right now, or when he's in the game. But when he gets taken out and doesn't finish the game, the team has a 100% win percentage against him.
See now that
Jeez, it's like a
I
curse.
think the
Yeah.
Heat, the Heat blew a golden opportunity today though, especially in overtime. If they would have won series over, I think if Giannis comes back healthy, now I still don't think the Bucks are going to win the series, but
No,
they could make a hell of a series out of it.
100%.
Like knowing the Bucks, they could force a Game 7
Oh yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
And even no
Heat
team's
blew a
ever come
3-1
back from a
lead.
3-0 lead, but I mean
Never know.
the Bucks can be scary.
Well, 3-1 lead, that's a different conversation.
I know, but
hate
they
the
were
Golden
down
State Warriors.
3-0.
I hate the Golden State Warriors, but that's
Who
because I bring
doesn't?
that up.
Screw them. Even if they're bad, who cares?
Wolves still got the number 1 pick over them. Just
Screw
throwing
'em.
it out there.
All right, let's move on from NBA because we already talked about NHL. I know
NHL.
Jarrett's an NHL guy,
I'm an NHL guy. I'm not the most
knowledgeable.
educated on the
yeah.
sport, but I like the teams. I want Dallas out. Honestly, I don't.
Sorry, Ethan.
I am sorry.
He's
I just-
so butthurt.
So
I don't know, man.
So are you a Wild fan then, or
No, surprisingly, I watched Buffalo Sabres.
okay, that's fair. I mean, I'm a Preds fan, being
Fair
from
enough.
Nashville.
Yeah, no,
So-
but like I followed Jack
Come
Eichel.
on.
What?
Chicago Blackhawks. But I followed
Screw the
Jack
Blackhawks.
Hawk. Jack Hawk.
Do you want to come over here and like fight about it or?
You know, I could just mute you right now.
Damn it!
No, don't do it.
He's got the mixer. No.
Okay, I'll let you back.
That's funny.
No,
Thank
but
you.
I followed Jack Eichel at Boston College.
I got
and
you.
as soon as he came out the draft, I went with Buffalo. Little did I know it would turn to an absolute shit show, being one of the worst teams in the NHL.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but then I'm a huge Jason Tucker guy, as I said before. Very nice family, very grounded, very good people.
Yeah.
So I followed him out to Pittsburgh, and I'm not the biggest Pittsburgh fan, but I like to say that I like them because he's out there. But definitely a Buffalo guy.
Yeah. Who did Dallas beat to get into the?
This is a really touchy subject.
Avalanche.
This is a touchy subject
Really?
for Cameron. They beat out the Avalanche in OT Game 7.
Oh, that game went to OT?
I believe so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, if it was Avalanche instead of Dallas, I think this would be a whole nother situation. But I want Vegas to win.
100%.
I mean, I used to live there as a kid. I lived in Henderson, right outside, so like
Okay.
I kind of draw towards them just because I have friends there still. So I want Vegas.
100% though. I mean, the talent that they've shown to make playoffs
In 2 years.
Were they inducted last year? Correct. I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah. I mean, back-to-back playoff years, and even doing so, now they're in the conference the conference finals
again.
and then let's say they're playing Dallas, correct?
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
I just saw that. Yeah. So let's say that when they do beat Dallas, they're in the finals.
When? Wow.
I hate Corey Perry. I don't know what it is. That man has been pissing me off since day one. I absolutely hate the guy.
I'm still kind of shocked that the Islanders are still like hanging on.
That is
know.
Bart Saul is an absolutely sick hockey player.
Yeah.
He is unbelievable.
I'm glad the Bruins are out though.
I hate
Screw
Boston.
the Bruins.
Screw Boston.
Screw the Bruins.
School Boston.
Hey, I will give Connor.
Boston.
I will give
17
Connor.
seconds. That's
Hey.
all I have to say.
Boston.
I'll give Connor and the Blackhawks this. They beat out Edmonton first round.
Connor
Or the
McJesus.
qualifying round.
Connor McJesus is
Connor
no longer
McJesus
Jesus.
is just a ridiculous hockey
He
player.
is
All right.
ridiculous.
So Vegas. Who do you got?
I'll just say Vegas.
Just say Vegas.
He's not the biggest hockey
All right,
guy.
Ethan.
Ethan, give
Who
us
do you
a-
think's gonna win?
Based on
Don't
the
say Dallas.
information
Don't say Dallas. Don't say
and
Dallas.
all
Don't
of
say
my
Dallas. Don't say
analysis, I'm
Dallas.
gonna have to
Don't
go
say
ahead
Dallas.
and go
We're gonna
with
beat you up.
Dallas.
I'm gonna meet you now.
He's been replaced in the podcast.
All right, so that was our sports segment. Let's move on to some Florida Man USA. Yeehaw! All right, guys, time for some Florida Man USA. While you guys are pulling that out, we're going to talk about me and Ethan's Florida
Yes.
Man USA for today. So, Ethan, take it away.
I would say that this is a very serious Florida man, probably the most. It's very tender topic, I would say. It's very
Wow. You just did that, didn't you?
relevant to the community. It's something that I feel like is a conversation that's needed to been talked about.
Like
for
I said, near and dear to our hearts.
Absolutely. It needs to be talked about. And this man was brave enough to do it in front of the Lincoln City Council. And he presented this concern, and it was...
I've been touching your pen all day. I'm sorry. But
That's okay. It's fine. That's like the most authentic one I have anyways.
oh, shit.
but
fine, I promise.
I think we'll just let it speak for itself.
Here we go.
Lincoln has the opportunity to be a social leader in this country. We have been casually ignoring a problem that has gotten so out of control that our children are throwing around names and words without even understanding their
Here's a hamburger tie.
treating things as
I didn't notice that.
I go into nice family restaurants and I see people throwing this name around and pretending as though everything is just fine. I'm talking about boneless chicken wings.
Chicken nuggets.
I propose that we as a city remove the... Excuse me, I'm trying to...
He says, excuse me, like it's serious.
I propose that we as a city remove the name boneless wings from our menus and from our hearts. These are our reasons why. Number one, nothing about boneless chicken wings actually come from the wing of a chicken. We would be disgusted if a butcher was mislabeling their cuts of meats, but then we go around and pretending as though the breast of the chicken is its wing. Number two,
Look at this lady in the
boneless
back.
chicken wings are just chicken tenders, which are already boneless. I don't go to order boneless tacos. I don't go and order boneless club
Boneless
sandwiches.
taco.
I don't ask for boneless auto repair.
Boneless auto repair.
Let's expect. And then number three, we need to raise our children better. Our children are raised being afraid of having bones attached to their meat. That's where meat comes from. It grows on bones.
man.
We need to teach them that the wing of a chicken is from a chicken, and it's delicious.
That's
I propose that we
That is
rename boneless
grit.
wings in the city of
This
Lincoln.
is what he wants.
We can call them buffalo-style chicken tenders.
Okay.
We can call them wet
respect
tenders.
Wet tenders.
We can call them
tenders.
saucy nugs.
Saucy
Saucy
nugs.
I like the
nugs,
saucy
baby.
nugs.
Or
Make these
trash.
steps
Or trash.
Show the country that where we stand,
Hey.
and that we understand that we've been living a lie for far too long.
Yeah.
All respect
know
to
it.
my guy here for
We
getting
feel
up
it in
and
our
being
bones.
serious, but boneless chicken wings I
Wait.
sometimes order from.
Hold on.
Okay, hold it down. Jeez.
They're not boneless chicken
I would
wings.
like to just comment here. For the record, that's my son.
Just claiming
I-
him. Well, that's something, all jokes aside, that was actually good. You have that
Yeah,
pulled
we also
up.
have another clip here. Nebraska
Yeah,
went in.
So that blew up.
Oh.
Like national
yeah.
news, like New York Times.
was
Hey, everybody.
did a story
Thank you
on
for
that.
being here. As you know, Twitter has
Frost.
been...
Excuse me, I got this covered.
They invited him out
Alright, guys.
too.
Yes.
All right, your show, Chicken Wings.
My name is Andrew Christensen. I like football because I love tailgates. They improve mental health, they stimulate the local economy, and they create lasting memories. But most importantly, tailgates mean wings. Just like a wing without a bone is just a saucy nug, a Saturday without Husker
That's my favorite
football.
one.
Saucy nug.
You
I
saucy
propose
nug.
that 1,
Speaking of
we
those
bring
Saturdays
college
without
football back to Lincoln. 2,
Yeah, we should. I think
we never tailgate with saucy nugs. And 3, you stop calling me Carrot Top because the tops of carrots are green.
Hey, everybody, thank you for.
That guy's really
was this,
funny, actually.
When was this shot out there?
Recently.
That was like 2 days ago.
I was gonna
2
say.
days ago.
I was gonna say. Little did he know we wouldn't have football, but he did know. I guess. So I do
He
take
must-
that back.
the saucy nugs tell all.
Yeah.
The wet tenders. That man
Wet
can never
tenders.
say that again. That is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Wet tenders.
That's some,
But
Saucy nugs.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that is a classy Florida
That's a
man.
classy Florida man
100%.
confirmed.
I don't know.
I think you know what does
Absolutely.
it for me is the hamburger tie.
Absolutely.
I think that does it for me.
it's radical enough.
So we're gonna explain. We're gonna go through and discuss. So 2 votes here for yes. What do you think? Is this a yes? Florida man confirmed.
Absolutely.
Florida man
Oh,
confirmed.
God, yeah.
Florida man confirmed. Yeah, you got to get the car crash and the bong rip in there. Confirmed. All right,
Nice.
share your stories.
Would you like me to go first, or do you?
Man, I don't think mine's very good, so I'll let you go first. I'll let
Okay.
you set the expectation for it.
So the headline here, this is on Fox News. Kentucky police pull over driver after spotting drawn-on license plate.
Oh my god!
So there is literally a piece of paper that has been drawn on to look like a license
Okay.
plate.
Shout out this guy though. That is insanely accurate.
I give him
freaking
props.
good.
Yo, how
That
did
is
they?
insanely
He
accurate.
used great colors.
Yeah.
He drew the state in the middle. And he had like the horse coming out of the Y of the Kentucky at the
Is
top
is
of
that
the
actually his
license.
license plate or is it like a fake one?
Well, this is the one he drew.
That's the drew on one.
I was expecting it if someone were stupid enough to draw on a license plate that it would be really bad, but that's like good.
Yeah.
I know he definitely spent some
Can
time
we,
on
let's
this.
think about this for 1 second
Okay,
though.
for the only reason because it's so well done, I'm gonna have to withdraw my Florida man.
I would have to. Agree
It's a
with
great thing. I think that's fantastic. Only reason is because it's so well done.
It's well
Yeah,
done.
it needs to be a ratchet job. That's what
Exactly.
It needs to say like
Yeah.
if it said license plate on it, like just like on a piece of paper, all day.
Don't
that. But
Don't
like,
pull me over, please.
Yeah, that's fair.
that's fair. I mean, like, great story.
That's
Get
fair.
denied.
Thank you.
Connor.
But that's still great.
I'm gonna vote yes personally because it was my story, but I completely understand your reason.
All right, so no for me.
No, for me.
I want to say yes, but I agree. If he wrote license plate, I mean, hey, shout out to
Damn.
this guy though for the absolute artwork that he.
That's real. I've gotten muted and been shut down now.
And now you got crickets too.
Yeah.
All right,
dang.
Jarrett, what do you got for us?
All right, this. I mean, okay, it's kind of stupid, but I think it's dope.
All right.
I'm kind of.
What do you got
small-brained,
for us?
So, New York State man breaks one-handed clapping record. He got what?
How do you clap with one hand?
Like,
Yeah.
I guess like this or something like that.
Oh,
This man in 1 minute. Oh, sorry. Let me say his name. Let me give him some.
We look so dumb. Like,
Corey Massarello of Rocky Point. In just under 1 minute. Do you guys want to take guesses, or do you want me to tell you?
I
guess.
Let's. Okay. In 1 minute, how many one-handed claps do you think?
Or did we get a range here?
Okay, I'm gonna 1 to 1,000. 1 to 1,000.
I would say like maybe like one
1 to 1,000.
one.
That's quite the
I'll
range.
say yeah, 150.
327.
356.
The funny thing is, he's the type of guy to say 328 after you say 328.
Yeah. What is this, Jeopardy?
You are all very, very low. This man
Oh, wow.
hit 853
Oh, my God.
one-handed claps in under a minute.
Jeez, man.
Is there a video for that?
I really wish.
Okay.
I really wish.
I'm like that.
Hold on.
I need to see that.
one-handed clapping.
Cause that like
Yeah, how do you do this 800 times?
I think you have to do something with your wrist to where like the fingers come down and they hit the
All right.
hand.
So I don't have him, but I have a guy from 2017.
okay.
I've seen the people that do it like this.
Yeah. No, but this is
that's
the
not
one-handed.
one-handed.
Yeah.
Alex, how do I send this to you really quick?
You just play it
I can just play it.
and then put it up into the microphone.
Wait, hold on.
Mario, yeah.
Nintendo Switch.
No free ads. Come on.
Oh man, the Wi-Fi in this building loves me. All right.
Is he going?
Oh, dude.
I was like, damn, he's not very good at this.
Let me. Wait, hold on.
Yo, what?
Oh man, it was.
Oh my gosh, it's like a robot.
It looks like he's just twitching. What?
Ethan, I'll send you the link to that to
please.
give the people at home a,
wow.
a quick preview. But I don't know if it's. I'm not. You know, I'm new. I'm a new guest. I don't know if that's very Florida man, but that just blew my mind.
Well, I mean,
Honestly-
we had one on here with my buddy Alex. We did. It was like Idaho man breaks most ping pong balls caught by mouth in a minute. And it was like 400 or something like
Holy.
that. We said definitely yes.
Oh, 100%.
You kidding me?
Dude, that's to me. That reminds me of something like spoons. You know, like how you place spoons on your thigh.
yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say yes. That fits in that that criteria. Like doing something weird with your
Oh,
body.
I'm gonna go with yes then.
Oh, you guys yes?
I agree 100%.
I'm gonna say no only because it's not more outrageous than it could have been.
I'm gonna.
What would it
I'm gonna have to
constitute it?
agree with Alex.
All right,
No,
so
but-
we'll give it a 2. We'll give it a
We'll
give it a majority vote. So we'll say yes for that one.
You get the sound effect.
And you.
Wait, so what do you mean by?
I think it's majority vote. If you come up with a story and it's a tie, then yes, we'll give
No.
we'll give it to you.
I mean, like why?
oh,
is
why
not-
it wasn't?
Yeah, I want to hear
See,
this side.
I think if it was like just some like crackhead that came up and started just like
You cannot
one-handed
tell
clapping.
me. No offense to the guy who did it in 2017. He looks like a crackhead.
Well,
Straight
I
up.
meant like if it was like most one-handed clappings while like jumping on a pogo stick or something like that.
Or like
It's
while
such a
fighting a cop.
It's such an official thing.
While fighting
Yeah,
a cop.
I feel like
Jesus.
it's almost like being proud of being like the cup stacking champion in like
Okay.
elementary school.
I see,
Yeah.
I see that. For me, I think the biggest thing that made me vote for it was the spoon
weird
aspect.
and it's
of it.
also it's like
Food aspect,
Just
yeah.
reminded
you
me
hear
of
the
that.
two-handed clap, but it's also the one-handed clap, like doing something weird with your body parts. So.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
no, I get that.
I need to pick up one of those talents, doing something weird with a body.
That's what I'm saying.
That could be interpreted a
Like,
lot of
did you
different
know
ways.
I can flex my calf muscle 27 times in 10 seconds or something completely
Like,
random?
I'm gonna call
like
the
that.
police if you don't back up. Like,
Just
I can show you.
flex.
Look
I have
at
a
him.
good pant leg for that. I could just be like,
Do you just? Oh, I thought you just ripped your pants.
Oh,
oh, that would be extreme.
He zips his pants up.
Just like your dad.
Oh man. Well,
So, guys, did you enjoy?
oh my god,
Absolutely.
This has made me want to start
Yeah,
talk
this is
about live
great.
podcast. Shit show with Jarrett. That's all I'm gonna say.
thanks
So-
for having us on.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
this
Thank
is
you guys
great.
for coming on. Go ahead and plug your podcast one more time.
Husker Sports Weekly.
We have been in sync all night.
Find it on
Jesus.
Spotify and Anchor.fm and follow us on
Are you
Twitter.
guys on Apple too? Because Anchor should go.
No.
Really? Anchor
I
should go
don't-
directly through
I don't
to
have
Apple.
I don't have an account.
We also have a quick little plug of the Twitter too. Husker Sports Weekly on Twitter.
Awesome.
It's
sounds good.
The ad is Husker Weekly.
Husker Weekly. Okay.
So
Alright.
make sure
I
you go
just
follow
want-
Husker Sports Weekly on all of their platforms. Make sure you follow the Homonymous podcast now on YouTube. Go check that out. We also got
Hey.
Instagram, Twitter, all sorts of stuff. Ethan,
Working on those. Gonna
That's
be
right.
done soon. Follow me on Instagram, ethan.ends. Thanks for tuning in.
thank you guys so much and have a great day.